What is up, YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how to set up your own Teamspeak version 6 server on Linux. They just released ultra low latency screen sharing in Teamspeak 6, and that's just exactly what I wanted. So I'm glad they're listening to the community and that Teamspeak is getting better. So the things that you'll need is a Teamspeak 6 client downloaded on your computer. I'm going to get started with that, and then we're going to use DigitalOcean to set up a virtual private server. You could really use any server hosting as long as it's Linux for this server. So I'm going to download the client and click Teamspeak 6, and it detected my operating system. If you're on a Mac, make sure you know whether it's a Intel or the other one, then choose that. But anyways, I'm going to download that and save this in my downloads. And then I'm going to extract, open with Archive Manager, and click Extract. I'll go to Home and Apps. This is where I keep my stuff. I just created this folder myself, and I'm going to create a new folder, Teamspeak, and here's where I'm going to extract. And I'm going to click Show the Files, and this is the executable right here, so I'm just going to right click and run Teamspeak. And then if I go in the settings and then about, I can see the Teamspeak version 6 right here. So we're all set with the client locally. Next thing I'm going to do is set up the virtual private server. I'm going to go and spin up a new droplet. I'm going to do create here and then droplet, which is a virtual private server. And then choose a region near you so that you get low ping. And then select Ubuntu or Debian, doesn't really matter. And then choose a regular SSD, and then you can get the $4 a month virtual private server. And then for authentication, you're going to want to click Add SSH key and follow the steps right here. So I'm going to do Control-Alt-T on Linux here and just SSH-keygen, and then you can do enter and enter, and since I already have one, I am just going to skip that, and then you can run this next command, pbcopy, let's see here, okay, pbcopy, I don't have that, so I'm just going to cat I'm going to grab the public key just by doing cat, and then if it was an ID RSA, do the same thing, just cat home folder .ssh, that's the hidden SSH folder, then the ID rsa.pub, and that's how you get that. So I can go grab this public key, and this should be safe to share as well. And I'm just going to paste it into here, and I'll say this is my local Ubuntu home. Alright, so I already have it. Add all of them. Yeah, so then that's how you would set that up, and I'm going to hit create. And because I have the SSH key installed on that virtual private server, I will be able to log in with SSH the moment it's done initializing. Alrighty, so I can copy the IP and just SSH root at the IP. And we might have to wait like a moment for it to initialize. And while that's happening, I'm going to move this over here and open up the Teamspeak GitHub. So go to github.com, Teamspeak's GitHub, and then Teamspeak 6 server. So you can see that they are mentioning that this is a beta release, and you can scroll down and get started ourselves. So this is the easiest way to do it because it's a Docker. It's a Docker image, and I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Docker. I know it has a bunch of benefits, but it adds a lot of bloat too. But this is how to set it up, so we're just gonna go and do that. So I SSH to the server. I typed yes when asked if I wanted to connect, and so next I need to click this link right here, install the Docker engine, and you're going to choose either Ubuntu or Debian, whichever one you chose. I'm going to choose Ubuntu right here, and then you read the warnings about firewalls. I guess you'd want to set a firewall up anyways, but that's a different tutorial. Make sure to do that. And so I would recommend doing this step here to uninstall conflicting packages, but I just did this a moment ago and it wasn't a problem. If you have an older server, you might want to run this, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to go right here in installing using the app repository. I'm going to copy all of this stuff and just Control-Shift-V into here and just have it install Docker. Click yes and enter. Okay, and then next I'm going to copy this next command, which says to install the latest version of Docker. And I click yes and enter. Alright, next you can go to verify that Docker is running after the install here with Control-C, not Shift-C, and then Control-Shift-V here, and it's running, active. Great, and then we can go back to the Teamspeak installation, and we have Docker now, so we can get the Docker image with one command. Let's do that. Copy this command. You'll see that this actually uses Teamspeak systems to get the Docker image. You can see that it's there. And we can check the server logs. And this is important. So you can see that the server started and you get this server admin account created. And you can use that, I think, but what's more useful is this token. I'll just Control-Shift-C to copy it from the terminal here. I'm going to open up a text editor and just paste it into there to save it. And then I'm going to open up Teamspeak. And then we're going to copy the server IP and connect.
Connected.
And so up there you'll say, is this your Teamspeak server? You can click that drop down, and this is how you can claim admin privileges. So I'm going to just copy this token, paste it, and hit apply. So now I'm the super user here, and I got some logs here, which is awesome. And just do Control-C here, and that's it really. You have your Teamspeak server version 6 beta working, and now you can use Teamspeak 6, and remember it's a beta, so if you find bugs and you can help out the Teamspeak development team, then provide feedback and it will be awesome, I guess. Thanks all for watching the video, and hope your Teamspeak 6 servers all run smoothly.